Hundreds of thousands of government workers have been ordered to return to work, but the attention turns to expiring health care tax credits, as Democrats demanded. Instead, President Trump is proposing ending the Affordable Care Act entirely and sending money to Americans' health savings accounts instead, but hasn't specified how that would work. And with the federal government officially reopened, we checked in with some local lawmakers about how they're feeling since the news broke last night. ABC 6 News reporter Brandon Anthony joins us now live from the newsroom after talking to a couple from our area. And Brandon, what did they have to say?
Yeah, Chandler, obviously there is relief that the standoff is finally behind us, but lawmakers, especially on the DFL side, still shared concerns about rising health care premiums.
I think it's about 41 days too late, but I'm glad it was passed.
Both sides of the aisle in our area filled with relief on Thursday that the 43-day shutdown is finally over.
It wasn't just a missed opportunity, it was a deliberate choice. It was a refusal to negotiate.
But even though the government is now open, concerns over health care accessibility continues to grow, with no new plan in place for expiring subsidies a part of Obamacare premiums, and questions about health care accessibility for illegal aliens.
I think those are two big issues. They're going to have to thrash those out, but I'm glad they're no longer keeping the rest of that continuing resolution from passing.
Karen Swenson being one resident in Rochester who is battling cancer herself. Swenson saying she is already being faced with $10,000 bills to help keep her alive and now fears that number will just keep skyrocketing.
I'm very worried about my out-of-pocket costs this year and in years to come and how I will pay for them.
It's people like Karen that both sides continue to want to go to bat for, but DFL leaders say not enough of a bipartisan effort is being shown.
We have made improvements here in Minnesota around expanding access to care, investing in mental health, and taken real steps to make prescription drugs more affordable. But we need partners in Washington who will match that urgency, not stand in the way.
Whereas Republicans say they feel they weren't treated fairly throughout the whole process.
In a sense, it feels like we were somehow, I'm talking about my constituents, were maybe sometimes perhaps used as pawns in this game of leverage, and I just don't think that's acceptable on any front.
But at the end of the day, a deal has been reached, but there is more work to be done.
And Chandler, part of the deal in the Senate was Republicans promising to hold a vote on ACA subsidies. However, Republicans in the House have made no such promises. Live in the newsroom, Brandon Anthony, ABC 6 News.